Idiots. Firefighters saved. According to Reddit. Number 13. Of course. 2, I can recall. The specific one was a young girl around teenage years who decided those toddler swings with the seat that you stick your legs in, like a basket so they can't fall out, was made for a teenage girl. She got stuck and lost blood circulation to her legs. We had to cut her down and get her to the hospital to have it safely removed due to it basically becoming a tourniquet on both of her legs. Yikes. I mean, we'll play stupid games, you know? The other is general, but it's people who didn't wear a seatbelt and the people they killed as a result. They killed? You have less control of a vehicle when you're not being held in place, so those wrecks are common as a first sign of trouble. Your butt moves in the seat and reduces your ability to control the vehicle. You also become a projectile. If you're lucky, you only kill yourself. If you're not, you wind up bouncing around and killing a passenger. Also, the leading cause of partial ejections and re-entry into other vehicles since nothing was holding them to the seats. Ugh. Many times I could have been there cutting someone out of a seat and them being barely beat up, but instead they had been scalped and died or hit their kid or spouse because they didn't have their seatbelt on. It's a crazy thing to think about. One in particular, remember, was a large man not wearing a seatbelt. He was in an overturned truck. He woke up while we were working on him, cutting the passenger side up to get him down, or to get down to him as the vehicle was on its side. He kept asking us how his son was. At first, we didn't get it. Then we realized he was laying on his 15 to 16-year-old son, and due to the man's size, we didn't see him. The son was wearing a seatbelt, but he died because his father smashed into him and smothered him to death while we worked rather than just wearing a seatbelt extender so his seatbelt would fit. Don't lie to us about whether or not you wore it. We can tell. Your seatbelt won't fire the pretensioners if they are not engaged in the slot. They are designed that way. There's a circuit that is completed by being clicked in, which is also how cars know that your passenger is wearing a seatbelt or not. It sets off that alarm. There is also a sensor in the passenger front seat of most modern vehicles to detect the weight of a small person, which is why your sodas or pizzas, if you set them on the seat, won't set off the alarm. Just wear the damn seatbelt and don't lie, you know? If you're wearing it, I won't be able to pull tons of slack on it when I arrive. My God, dude, write me a novel while you're at it, bastard. All right, so as we continue up this list, here's hoping everybody's having a wonderful night. Things are making sense. You know, you're not stressed, you're not unhappy, you're not crying. You know, I was going to use the bathroom, but I didn't want to be any later than I was to this list. So, you know, I'm going to be going through this list with a little bit of speed, a little bit of passion, intensity, a desire to get to the bathroom. And here's hoping the firefighters don't have to come get me. You see what I'm talking about? As we continue up this list. Here we are at number 12. Obligatory not a fireman, but they were most definitely involved. I used to work in a New York City public grammar school over the summer to pay for college back in the 90s. One of the full-time employees was a nice guy, but stupid. I don't mean he was slow. He just did dumb things because he was careless. One time he loaded up a trailer with 25 gallons of gas and was driving it back through the main school parking lot. He didn't realize that the container had cracked open and spilled all 25 gallons into the parking lot. He didn't want to get in trouble, so he thought the best way to get rid of the evidence was to set the gas on fire. You have to wonder how people make it to an age like this, living a life so stupid. You can sit through school and, it'll teach you all kinds of, ridiculous and impractical facts that maybe you'll be able to cram and keep it in your brain just long enough to take a test. You can retain it to get the right answers on that test. And since you test so well, everybody's like, oh, he's so smart. Look at him. But in reality, you thought that the best way to get rid of a bunch of gas was to set it on fire. What a smart guy, You're rubbing elbows with people like this. Statistically, there's somebody like this around you right now. They're in your house. They're at your job. Oh my God, look to your left. Now look to your right. One of those people likes to eat ice cream with cheese. Oh my God. He didn't realize that burning gas gives off a lot of black smoke, and a giant cloud of black smoke coming from a school generally attracts a lot of attention from first responders. Panicking, he tries to put the flames or the flaming lake of gas out by driving over it with his car. Driving over it with your car, a lake of fire, And forever was his sin, his sinful soul damned to drive over the lake of fire. His sin being that of stupidity. Can I get an amen? The fire department gets there, right? Screaming at him to stop driving his car through the flaming gasoline. They finally get the fire out. Screamed at the guy for like 25 minutes. It was the funniest thing I'd ever seen. Funny because nobody got hurt. But stupidity like this could boy, I can't even talk about it. I'd probably get struck just talking about it. Oh, be nice to him, Kyle. Be nice. Everybody makes mistakes. What the fuck? All right, man. Number 11, People like this don't learn from their mistakes. They continue to do stupid stuff and endanger other people. But if you do something wrong, everybody's going to be on your ass. How could you do that? But if they do it, slap on the wrist. Slap on the wrist. And I was just driving a car over a lake of gasoline that I lit a fire on because I thought it would be the best way to get rid of it. Damn. Damn indeed. How is everybody today? Somebody said CYAE, L. He should have drifted over the fire. Duh. Deja vu, huh? CYEA, L. That's a new one. As we continue through this list, we arrive at number 11. My dad was witness to someone being stupid and rescued by a firefighter. I posted this to Tales from Tech Support. Here is the copy and paste. My dad worked for IBM's AS400, which is a mainframe system. It was a tech support division, and he worked there for over a decade, from 1992 to 2003. A customer calls in because he needed to run us a report and send it out to the networked printer. For whatever reason, the report was failing to generate, and the guy on the phone was freaking out because some corporate bigwig demanded that this report be printed and on his desk by 3 p.m. You better have that on my desk by 3. Yes, sir. Just another day at work. About 10 minutes into the call, my dad starts to hear this strange high-pitched noise in the background. My dad goes, if you don't mind me asking, what's that noise in the background? Caller, oh, that's the fire alarm. The fire alarm? My dad asked. Yeah, the building is on fire. Far be it from me to tell you what to do, but shouldn't you get out of there? Dan, you don't understand. I have to get this report printed. Now, are you going to help me or not? I think the scariest thing is the amount of power that some people can exercise over other people in the workplace. And I know what it's like to need a job because, boy, you need to pay some bills, you need to keep a roof over your head, some food on the table, some clothes on your back, you got to do what you got to do. But at the cost of your own safety, at the cost of your own well-being, you're shaving years off of your life because of stress, because you think that you need to be put through this with this person. Remember yourself, guys. Some things ain't worth it. I was just teasing, Manuel. I apologize. Grogneck says my man Manuel working 2 jobs out. Some respect on his name. All right. So they continue to troubleshoot the issue, and a few minutes after, my dad hears shouting in the background. My dad says, there seems to be some kind of commotion back there. Is everything okay? The caller says, yeah, it's fine. It's just the firefighters evacuating the building. Shouldn't you get out of there too? Dan, I absolutely have to get this report printed. Are you going to help me? I'm not sure that I should. We pay our support contract. I have to get this printed, and you have to help me. It's almost 3 p.m. It's just a report. I don't think it's worth risking your life. The caller starts to get furious. I'm talking irate. When the shouting in the background gets much louder, a firefighter has come over to the guy on the phone and starts barking orders at him. What are you, an idiot? Get out, pork chop sandwiches, to get out of the building. The caller tells the firefighter, look, I have to have this This is like a comedy sketch. I have to print this report before 3 p.m. and I can't leave until it's printed. Over the phone, Dad hears the firefighter scream, I don't give a damn about your goddamn report now. The building is on fire and we don't need no water. Let that report burn. Move, he says. Burn, report, burn. There's a scuffling noise and the phone handset on the other end drops to the ground as the firefighter physically drags the caller anyway, or away. Can't just make up letters in there. After that, all Dad could hear was the sound of the fire alarm and various crackling noises. Was there snaps and popples? Popples? Crackle? Crackle, snap, pop. Snap, crapple. Snapple. Crapple? A crapple, a snapple. Crapple, snap, pop. Pap. Snapple, crop top, low cut top, yeah. I hate Muhammad's days. That's what today is. In case you didn't know, allow me to take it slow. Number 10. I had a drunk guy in Antarctica chase a penguin. The penguin stuck his beak through the offending guy's calf. He had gotten sent home, and a report on the international treaty breach wound up on some Congress member's desk. So a drunk guy chases a penguin. The penguin sticks his beak through the guy's calf. And this resulted in an international treaty breach? Was the treaty with the penguins? You have breached the treaty, and now you will burn, humans. For ages has the peace between penguin and human been upheld. Number 9. It wasn't really his fault, but we had an old guy in a nursing home get his balls stuck in a shower chair. Balls stuck shower chair. Balls stuck in a shower chair. Oh no, there goes my hair. Okay? Any poems about this? No? Well, your balls just pop on through. The holes in the chair, what are you supposed to do? Number 8. Oh, come on, you're killing me. You're killing me. So, no bing bong. There I was, wavy, ye old memory crossfade effect. Just gonna downvote that and we'll read another one. Okay? I will scroll down and we will read another one. You know, I am not above anybody writing these lists in here. It's just, some people really know how to write some stuff to make me hate you. So here's 2 I can recall. One, wait, you read that one. Son of a bitch. So you started at 13. Number 14. Can you get this out of my face? Jimmy, please. Jimmy L 2014. Jimmy L 2014. Man, I just took the L on that one. I remember asking a firefighter about this once, and he said a guy who was banging a woman. Her husband came home, so he jumped out of the second-story window naked and impaled himself through the upper leg on a fence paling. Ooh. It was one of those fleur de lis ones. Oh my gosh. So, you know, the pokey one. Exactly what we're imagining with the fence. So it effed up his leg pretty badly. They had to cut the paling out and load him into the ambulance. Well, suppose these things happen. Here's hoping that you guys don't, you know, get so silly in the event that like a place needs to be evacuated that you allow the firefighters to come to have to remove you from something. You ever got your head or butt stuck in something, and then the firefighters had to come, grease you up real good, lube you up, and try to get you out, and then they can't. So they gotta get the jaws. They gotta cut you loose. Hold still, twerp. And you hear the saw. That's your life. Number 7. Dude picked up a metal ring from a hardware store in lieu of paying for an actual cock ring. It got stuck. He went to the hospital. The hospital called the fire department because a Dremel tool turned out to be the right tool for the job. I say no mo, Okay. Say no mo. Number 6. Man, that's a lot of scrolling. Let me diminish the size of this by 1 and see if I won't have to scroll as hard. I'm giving my fingers a real workout, guys. You can't give Papa Kyle's fingers that hard a workout. It's rude. It's too rude. Number 6. I was a volunteer firefighter many years back. One summer, after a long period of no rain, 2 good old boys decided to have a few dozen beers and to take their Jeep into a nearby field to go off-roading. Son of a bitch. Give me a second. That ought to fix it for now. I was a volunteer firefighter many years back. One summer, after a long period of no rain, 2 good old boys decide to have a few dozen beers and take their Jeeps into a nearby field to go off-roading. Well, round 2-foot-tall corn stalks that are bone dry wind up getting jammed up in the undercarriage, which on a 90-plus degree weather day turns out to be hot enough to ignite a fire. Can you imagine driving through a dry-ass cornfield and causing a fire? That's really messed up. Just the idea of it. Doesn't it put California in perspective? That it didn't need to be somebody screwing around with cigarettes or some kind of ignited, arson. It could just be like nature and friction. Even though two plants out there going, it's too damn hot. Don't touch me now. You better not oh my God. You know what I mean? The proximity. That's what it's like. That's what it's like when Dia touched me sometime. Is that a good fire noise? I'm sorry. Okay. All right. The owner of the field sees the situation unfold from their house and calls for fire and police. Given the proximity to my location, I go directly to the scene after hearing the page out and see these 2 assholes trying to drive the Jeep faster and faster to put the fire out. Eventually the engine gives out, but they won't leave the car. I physically had to reach in, burning my arms in the process, and pull them out. Somehow they decided that remaining in the car would slow down the flames. It's funny. You think about the job of a firefighter and you think to yourself, these guys are heroes. These guys would literally run towards a burning building with the intent to save people who are in there. Children, women, invalids, people who are disabled, and unfortunately, normal people. And I know that sounds rude to say unfortunately, but normal people should need the least help. If you're in a building and the building's on fire and you want to live, maybe get out of the building. Maybe you get out of the building. Assuming, of course, it's on fire. Some of these buildings have what we call like alarms. So something's going down, you already know. But it seems like people go out of their way to work against the firefighters in these instances, and that's horrifying. Imagine costing a firefighter their life because you're an idiot? That's above and beyond, my dude, and they didn't sign up for that. They signed up to help, not to be hindered. That's messed up. That is super duper messed up. Maybe I just need to get over it, you know? What can I even say? What's the refresh button? As we continue, wait, did I end that one? Yeah, he burned himself, you know, because they decided they should stay in the car. And I pulled them out. Because they thought it was a good idea to continue driving a burning vehicle around a dry field. We now have a significant brush fire and had to call mutual aid from another county to help douse the fire. The state police get involved. I have a nice trip to the hospital, and the bunghole loses the Jeep and the remainder of his booze. Well, the price wasn't high enough. Here we are, obliterating the remainder of this list. Can you believe it, ladies and gentlemen? Are you guys frequent? Are you guys consistently here every night? That's so sweet. That's so wonderful. I guess you have that over the people who, you know, catch the stream when they can. Do me a favor and like the video, and if you're not subscribed, go ahead and do that. What are you thinking? Think you're gonna let me just slide through the cracks? You'd regret it for the rest of your life. You imagine somebody waking up in the middle of this video? So I finally found you. What is this? Number 5 says, not me, but my dad was a firefighter in New York City and once responded to a call at a Chinese food restaurant where the owner's walkway was iced over. He apparently didn't speak very good English, or he didn't speak English well. Maybe they both work on a grammatical level. Grammaticalastically. And maybe misunderstood the job of a fireman. Genuinely don't know. They salted down his front walkway for him and explained that it was 100% not their job. They all had a good laugh, and the guys gave them all free egg rolls. I don't like egg rolls. I would prefer French fries. I know that sounds weird, but a Chinese place that I frequent, or at least, you know, I frequent them when I want delivery, delivers Chinese food with French fries if I ask for them, and they're like really thick cut and they're delicious. This is the end of an irrelevant Kyle anecdote. I hope that my passion, for once not for video games, but for food, has delighted you this day. I made a song about popcorn in the morning. I'm not joking, here it is. Can I get a little popcorn in the morning? Hey, can I get a little popcorn? Come on. In the morning. Wait. In the morning. Clap. Can I get a little popcorn in the morning? Can I get a little popcorn in the morning? Can I get a little corn in the morning? A bit of corn in the morning. Can I break it down? Hey. When the sun comes up in the morning time, why do I crave and thirst for the kernels to pop inside the microwave? When it comes to morning time delights, for popcorn I'm a slave. I'm a slave, baby. You see me picking cottons out in these fields, homie. Can I get a little? 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 All right, so now. People always used to ask him questions about crazy calls, and he never enjoyed talking about that. So he would always tell that story. It happened in '99. You know what they say, y'all. You know, Chinese food like it's 1999. What are you doing, man? You do this shit every night, and YouTube strikes these videos every night. But Kyle, the people they come, and all 4 of them they like. And the patrons and the sponsors. Yes, I do it for them. For anyone that may be looking for a distraction. For any and everybody who does watch it. Does this mean that you would stop if nobody watched it? Nah, I'd like to think I'd do it for somebody who finds this after I'm dead. And it's just like, this dude recorded how many hours of crap? Nice. Number 4, firefighter here. I have helped release several dogs and children stuck in the mechanism part of a reclining chair. I also had a bird stuck in a tree. Go figure. Did he wedge himself between the branches, you have to wonder? And I like the idea of just a bunch of kids just like, no! Help! Those poor animals, though. But why would the dog be stuck to the point where they need to... Wait, the children are stuck and the parents called the police or the firefighters? That's nuts. You can't unwedge your own child from a seat. He got himself in there real good, honey. We're gonna have to call the fire department. What a mental image. I really like to scrutinize these in a way where it's like, put yourself in that situation, Kyle. You know, kid gets stuck in a recliner. You got 2 options. You crank the thing open to the best of your ability. You wedge it open good. And then you pull that sucker out, idiot. Tell him not to do it again. And then probably watch him do it right in front of your face, because kids, you know what I mean? Hashtag kids, baby. Or don't hashtag kids. Gross. Anyway. But you're like, nah, I'm going to call the firefighters. What are they doing, you know? What are they doing? What are they waiting for an accident to happen so they could save lives or something? No. My alive stupid kid caught in couch. Top of the totem pole. That's what you need to come out here and get done. Somebody says, I am so paranoid about my cat getting caught up in the recliner mechanisms. Pass. Jesus. Reddit dudes. I don't have children, but can I tell you about my cats? No. Let me show you some pictures here. Don't do it. Come on. Let me show you. Look, this one's Friskers. Friskers? Yeah, because he has whiskers, but he's frisky. I'll call him Friskers. Sounds like a little league team of perverted kids that are too touchy. Oh shit, you call them Friskers. You got, what's the word? You got contraband on you. You got contraband. You got drugs. Get over here. We're gonna frisk ya. Number 3. 2 bikini-clad girls had to be rescued from a swift-moving river in a canoe. Neither girl brought a life vest or a paddle. Are you saying that they were without a paddle? Ladies and gentlemen, they were without a paddle. Starring Seth Green. Woo! Without a paddle. Is that the actor that was Shaggy in the Scooby-Doo? Jinkies. Fuck me. Alright? Jesus. I'm tired of it. Tired of this life. Look, man, they found exactly the same women to be, wait, one of those women is significant. Let's figure out who she is. Without a paddle. I think she was like, in a lot of movies. Even though she had very strange bone structure and, stick figure proportions and the flattest of chests. We only need them to look good in the face. Natalie Portman? Will you be token female in my movie? Will you pay me? Yes, we will. Then I shall do it. View the cast of Without a Paddle. Did you think that this is where your evening would go, ladies and gentlemen? That's where it is. Rachel Blanchard. Is that who I'm thinking about? Let's look at other pictures of her and see if that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, it's her. Where do I know her from? Was she in, like, Austin Powers? She was cute. Yeah. She was in Clueless. Was she? Oh, snap. How do I not know that if she was in Clueless? Oh, snap. You know? Go to the IMDb page. Did I just get bit on the lip by a mosquito? Oh no. She was in Snakes on a Plane. People know her for Without a Paddle. That's not good. I feel like I know this chick from something, dude. And it sure as hell can't be Snakes on No Freaking Plane. Fargo. Bing Bong. She was... Oh, dude, she was in an episode of the Flight of the Conchords HBO series. That's where I actually know her from. I'm terrible that I thought she was someone else. I know her from Flight of the Conchords. She was a girl that, like, I think Brett dated, and then Jermaine wanted to date. What a silly episode. Flight of the Conchords, man. That's not something that you thought would come up. Yeah, I don't know nothing about that. I'm glad it's happening for Bill Hader, dude. He carried that It sequel. He carried that movie, and hopefully everybody will recognize his immense talent, and that he'll be a big movie star now. Number 3 is what you just read. Number 2, okay? A motorist had a bad alternator, and a car died while she or he was driving. The electric lock control stopped working. We were dispatched for a person trapped in a motor vehicle, and upon arrival, the advice was given to manually lift the lock knob. You can easily tell the ones who will not survive the first 24 hours of a zombie apocalypse. Take zombie apocalypse out of that, dude, and just put apocalypse of any kind, you know? Because when you think about the types of people, like we need a bunker, my dude, and not like a bunker that's like just like a little bit under the ground, not like a bunker that's like not reinforced, you know what I mean? A lot of people build a bunker they think will hold up. That shit ain't gonna hold up, maybe. Baby, you have built yourself a tomb if you're brave enough to jump down there, my dude. It is not safe for you to get underground, ever. Ever, 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 ever. You need people who know what they are doing to build that. And for that, you need money. And to be honest, most of us don't have money. Not in the proportion that we're able to throw away on insane contracting, ventures as building an apocalypse bunker for a maybe catastrophe that comes in the future. So when you think about that, that's one check mark. You sure as hell don't have that. Do you have like a gas mask in the event that something happens and you need to be able to breathe? You probably don't. You know, say the power goes out right now. You know, you have a generator that can use gas, but you know, how much gas do you have? Do you have any solar powered appliances that you'll be able to, get a little bit of power out of, so you can use things like, flashlights? You have battery operated crap, I only recently bought this little thing off of Amazon that has a crank on it so I could charge my phone if the power went out when Hurricane Dorian was coming. It's only when things are about to go wrong you think about stuff like that. But do yourself a favor, if you're listening to me right now, and if you have the bit of money to spare, don't drop, $20, $30 on it. Just find yourself some reasonable things. I'm pretty sure I paid like a little over $15 for this little crank thing that will charge a phone. It has a solar power thing on the side. So in the event that, we go somewhere and there's no power, or the power leaves us, we'll still be able to just put that out there. It'll charge it. It has a little flashlight attachment. You know what I'm talking about? These things may or may not save your life. Jesus crimly crumbs, baby. I'm also about to buy what is called a, oh my God, what is it called? It is called, let me go to Amazon. It is called an immersion heater. What is an immersion heater? It is a little coil that you place in water and it will bring the water to a boil, which doesn't seem like the biggest of deals, but, instead of a situation where you're trying to make a fire for everything, you can literally just have this thing that will plug into most, you could even have like a small little, I think the thing that I bought has like a little plug-in for like a typical small ass appliance. This is literally just a coil that's going to heat up. You put that in some water, boil it up, throw it on some noodles, baby. Throw it on anything you're trying to cook. You got a can of beans. I remember one of my favorite episodes of early Adventure Time was when Lumpy Space Princess is eating a can of beans because she's like homeless or something. Oh, I'm just eating this can of beans. Fuck me. We gotta watch Adventure Time again. But we're already watching too many things. Can you guess what Kyle and Dia are watching? No, you can't. You'll never be able to guess. Saving people, hunting things, the family business. Number 1. On the list of whatever we're reading tonight, it is a reference to something that you probably haven't seen. Maybe you have seen it. It's one of the earliest memes on the internet, bro. Oh, boy. Number 1. Austin, Texas. HEB, circa 1990. A little girl needs to use the toilet and she locks the door. She manages to get onto the toilet and use it all by herself. She's a big girl after all, but the toilet is tall and getting down is scary. Better wait for mommy to come help. Except, mommy can't get in because the little idiot locked the door and is too scared of the 5 inches from her feet to the floor and just sits there crying while sitting on the pot. The firemen break down the door and the little girl is saved. Man, children are stupid.
Thank you, fireman. Now fix this door.
Okay, at least their kid's alive. I'm sure that's what the parents were worried about. Where are you? Ain't no man in this? Man, I love the buff dude. There's a chunky dude in Fortnite right now, and I feel like he is paving the way for the ability to get other, fat characters in Fortnite. Remember, for anybody who doesn't know, Fortnite started off as a game that was not Battle Royale focused. It was a single player kind of tower defense. You build like a little fort against zombies coming at you type game. And over time they were like, hey man, let's fart out a Battle Royale mode. That seems to be popular right now. They were aping off of PUBG. And they ended up doing it better than PUBG. And PUBG was really salty about that. They tried to take them to court, all kind of bullcrap. Long story short, in the single player variation of the game, there are a lot of chunky, curvy characters. Look at this girl. Her name's Penny. All right. I think one of my favorite characters, I keep forgetting what her name is. Her name may be Hype, which is problematic because, okay, here's Hype. Here's Hype. I think she's like the cutest one. There she goes. And I'm excited to see, hopefully they put in the bigger characters because, if they're putting in one chunky dude, then put them all in. Is that all I have for you? Fortnite anecdotes? Video games? Yeah, that's all I got to talk about. Sorry about it, guys. Demon Fire says, I hear Apex is better than Fortnite. Have you played Apex, Kyle? Apex is so far from better than Fortnite, and that's why it falls by the wayside, homie. Apex keeps floundering. It keeps shooting itself in the foot and then tripping over itself. It's a nightmare. It's a true nightmare. The game is in no way better than Fortnite on a fundamental level. It needs so much fine-tuning. It is, unfortunately, EA's bitch, if you will excuse the vernacular. If you'll excuse the potty mouth there. To correct myself. But because of that, like, the microtransactions are out of control, and even with them not a part of the experience, it's still boring. Like, Dia and I can sit down and play Fortnite. You know why? Because there's modes that cater to whoever you are when you want to play Fortnite. You know what I mean? Battle Royale ain't for everybody. Running in and then getting immediately shot and going back to the main menu, that's not for everybody. That's not a scenario or condition that's conducive to you learning how to play a game. Not everybody is willing to just get smacked over and over and over and over and keep going, oh man, I guess I'll try learning, you know what I mean? But Fortnite implemented a mode that is essentially like Team Deathmatch called Rumble, where it's 2 teams and they fight towards a certain number. If you die, you keep the things that you held and you spawn back from the sky and you get down and you try again. You get the hang of the weapons, you try to figure out what's going on. No, I'm not saying that, Apex definitely needs a mode like that, to cater to any and everybody. No, it can be its own game, but you know what Apex has? Probably one of 2 modes right now, and that's unacceptable. That's unacceptable. Yes, it's a free game, and it's a free game people gonna get bored with, It's a little bit too critical, The bottom line is, Fortnite is what it is. It's casual, my dude. It's competitive enough for you to have a little bit of fun if you're a hardcore douche, but it's casual enough for Timmy to pick up, little Billy, little kid to pick up and have himself a good time, dude. There are kids that are playing Fortnite right now that don't care about running and shooting or building or doing anything. They have a little character they like that they use mommy's credit card to buy, and they buy emotes, and they go into the matches and they dance. It is like a virtual chat room for them where you can pick up guns occasionally and shoot people. That is all it needs to be for some of these kids. And Fortnite appeals to those people by catering to their needs. Here's some more emotes so you can do this. Here's some, dances. You want a little backpack for yourself? What if you want to wear a little pet on your backpack? They're doing deals with Marvel so that, you can have Marvel characters in the game. You can have, DJ Marshmallow. You want to have his little skin in the game? What about Major Lazer, kids? You want to wear his skin in the game? Do you like Keanu Reeves? Well, you can be John Wick in Fortnite. Whatever. Okay. Long story short, Fortnite is fun in a way that Apex can't really approach. No matter how many streamers they pay to make the game relevant for a couple of days. I'll tell you what though, man, when Modern Warfare comes out, people are going to be playing that everywhere. The first cross-play Call of Duty, and it doesn't suck. That's where this Call of Duty messed up, that it doesn't suck. What a nightmare. But that's enough about video games. From Kyle, Stripe says, where is Pennywise? Pennywise is all around us, man. I don't know why they keep trying to pretend that you killed him, Pennywise is like the devil, the greatest trick he ever pulled off was convincing people that they defeated him again. But they didn't. He was in here all along. I really am going to be sad when they try to bring it back for like another thing awful. Linda says, gameplay please. Sweetie, you do not want to see me play right now, because what I am planning to do after the stream and when I get something to eat is to sit down in front of Borderlands and grind and shoot the same guy over and over to get experience and to get loot. This is what a real gamer does, unfortunately. And I am sorry to say that I am self-aware enough to know that it's not going to be an entertaining watch. It is not going to be an entertaining watch. Like, people want to see a guy go through the story, maybe have some anecdotes. I really need somebody to banter with. Stripes is like easily bored. She's got a really low attention span. Dia has the games that she's into, and I'm never going to force her to play something outside of her Bing Bong zone. It's a shame we don't have Animal Crossing, because I'd love to play that endlessly. It's a shame that Modern Warfare isn't out yet. When Death Stranding comes out, we can play that endlessly, and I'm willing to also play Borderlands on stream again. It's just right now I want to grind a character, and grinding is not something, it's kind of like sitting and playing World of Warcraft and just clicking over and over, and even that's a little more, holy crap, I better get this thick gal pleasuring herself off the screen, boy, because what if I accidentally click that? Whoa. Getting myself into trouble, dude. I could easily just forget that I'm streaming and be like, what do we have here? Oh my god. Selena says, Kyle, I got food poisoning. I really would still watch you grind on Borderlands. I'm sorry you got food poisoning, and I hope that it passes and you don't get cramps and you're back to your lovely self and everything's fine. Please do not overexert yourself, because you may put a wrench or hinder the healing process. Just take it easy as best you can. If you have somebody on deck, please hopefully you bring them to terms with being considerate enough to do some things for you so that you can heal. What is this? Have you heard of the G-spot?
That is a red flag!
That's a red flag?
If he asks that question, he is probably trying to talk you into butt sex.
Oh my god. I didn't know that crazy people just be out in the street like this. I didn't know crazy people be out in the street like this. Oh boy. Who is Big Jerry? Do I even want to know? This is so sad. Lady goes off on a small security guard escorting her out of the building. Whoa. 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 Okay. What does it have to do? Yeah. No. Oh my god. You see like the anger traveling through her body when she lifts her leg up, like, oh my god. You know what I mean? Bruh, what is almost, And you're just saying that. Where's the proof? If we looked at a camera, it would just be you flipping out because you're crazy like that. I really want to see her lift her leg one more time. Talk about, I almost got,
Especially that.
Push me!
yeah.
That even, like,
I almost got raped!
Bruh. It's like an impression dance, you know? Like a, oh boy. Let's do it.
A dick right there, inside me! And now you're gonna fucking yell at me and tell me to get the fuck out of here?
Okay, lady.
I almost got raped!
Bruh.
Fuck you guys!
Yeah.
I can't wait till your daughter or your son.
Oh, I can't wait till it happens to your daughter. Oh my god, lady. Just keep it moving. Guy tries punching security guard on the train. Damn! Damn! Have you guys seen Captain America? No, it's not Captain America. It's Superman. Have you guys seen Henry Cavill in the Mission Impossible movie? There's this one. I gotta find it. Mission Impossible trailer. Okay, is this the one I'm talking about now? Stop it. Okay. Find the scene you're looking for. He looks like he can like punch a house in the scene, dude. Okay, wait. Is it right here? Wait, no. What the fuck? I thought it was right here. Give me a second. I gotta light it up right quick. This is right about here. Hey, check it. Oh, we are. Jesus Christ. Yeah, boy. Look like he just dislocated his arm. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look, it's just shot well. Okay, that's all I'm saying. But when this dude charges out this train, like, you're gonna be fucked up. Look at the mass. Oh, I'm coming for you now. Oh my God. I want to be like that. Someone put me on your hot workout plan so I can be like that. And people will see me and immediately want to put me in jail. And then I open my mouth. Hello? And people are like, oh my God, no. He's coming to get me. Hello, 911.
He's black. There's a black man here.
Sorry. It's messed up because that's how it be like now. You guys have a wonderful evening. I wish you the best. I hope that you don't run into any crazy ladies out here, you know, that we keep seeing on these subreddits. And that you have a wonderful evening. I apologize for being a hardcore gamer and being nerdy and lame and playing like this mic, boy. It doesn't seem screwed into this thingy. Did I do something wrong here? No, I don't know. Oh, that can go down more, which means I can screw this down more. Now we're talking. Alrighty. Sorry about that. And I wish you all a wonderful and explosive evening. Guys, take it easy. And we'll play soon. Bye. Thank you to all my patrons. You know, take a look at these guys. Wow. Thank you to all my sponsors. You know, I appreciate you clicking that join button. Please you appreciate the patrons. You guys are my life. You're my love. And thank you for liking the video and being here tonight, and I'll see you tomorrow again. If you're watching this after the fact and you'd like to be notified, join the Discord. It's in the description. And I'll see you soon. Bye.